Hey everybody, welcome to Journey Through the Generations, and we're back with another episode in a series that we're calling Reflection of Our Journey. And the theme for today is photos. So photos, everybody has a photo nowadays.
Nowadays, they're in your pocket, in your purse.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your phone.
On your phone. Everybody carries around a photo album with them everywhere. But in the world of family research and genealogy, photos can be very important, and it could have information on it that on the back.
Yes.
It has names, dates, potentially locations, and so it is like very important for you to like go to granny's house, go to mama's house, aunts, uncles, whoever was responsible for cleaning out the ancestors' house when they passed away, whatever it is, somebody needs to go get the photos.
Yes, because not only will you find information, names and dates, but you also will be able to see people that you've only ever seen on, in your research. So you'll be able to put a face with the name that you've been researching if it's somebody who passed away before you were born.
And it can absolutely tell a story. And then also it could help confirm information. So in my case, I had found that my great-grandfather on my dad's side was a doctor in rural Conway, Arkansas.
Correct.
One of the only black doctors there. And he took care of a lot of people, delivered a lot of babies. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I learned that he went to college at Meharry. And Meharry, I think, is in Nashville, Knoxville.
It's in Tennessee somewhere.
And so I didn't have any records to show that he actually went to school there. But then I found an uncle out in California that we didn't know about, and he shared some photos with me that he got from his dad's house when his dad passed away, which would, of course, be my grandfather.
Right.
We never met this man, never knew who he was. And so he had pictures of the doctor, that's what I call him, the doctor or Dr. Ralph, had him at Meharry College with his classmates. There was a page out of the yearbook where we found that he was the treasurer of the student council. We also found a picture of his business card.
Yes.
And also a picture of, it looks like a journal or some sort of book.
A ledger or something like that.
Yeah, and it has Meharry on it. So those things confirmed to me that he indeed went to Meharry. And then, of course, I followed that up by going online to Meharry and doing some research and found his name there. So he went to school there and got his medical license and all that good stuff. Fantastic. And all of that came with photos.
Right. And photos are tangible things not only that you can look at, but they tell you, they could tell a story. Now you know what he looked like, what color his eyes were. You know more about him just from the pictures. And that's what I think is important.
Yeah. And, it's really, there's just so much information that you can get from photos. And then it could be just a picture that's just pretty cool. You know, it's just a good looking picture. It's a picture of the whole family. Maybe it's just a portrait of that one person. But some photos don't necessarily have to tell a story, but you may look at it and say, oh, wow, she looks just like all of us, or,
I can tell she can us.
Yeah, you can. And it's just cool to see.
Yeah. And sometimes pictures just bring up memories, and they help you and other people in your family recall stories that you want to know about. And that's kind of where I'm going to go with photos with this. I have been able to collect quite a number of photos during this journey. And I've always liked looking at old pictures. I remember sitting at my granny's house going through old yearbooks with her I just have always loved old pictures. And my dad would always give me pictures once I started this journey. So I've been able to collect quite a few pictures, and I never knew what to do with them. So one of the things that I have started doing on my blog is I display a picture every Wednesday, and I call it Wordless Wednesday. And it's basically just a picture. And the purpose of it is I share it on my blog, obviously, and then I'll put it on Facebook or other social media. And with the hope that my family and friends that follow me on social media, it'll bring up memories for them. And then, you know, we get to talking in the comments about, oh, you remember that summer we took that picture, XYZ. So it's just a platform to be able to, you know, remind our family and friends of our family members.
Yep, and it may encourage someone else to start researching their own family, or even better, having someone in your family start helping.
Yes, that's always a bonus.
It's good to have someone helping.
Yes.
But yeah, you're exactly right. It's meant to get people talking, thinking, you know, sharing old memories, all those kinds of things. So
because I've shared not only pictures of my family, but pictures of your family. And I think that, you know, your family, when they saw those pictures, it immediately brought up memories of your grandparents or you as a little kid and things like that. And we were able to get a lot of comments and some other information that we, you know, didn't know before.
Yeah. And if you have I guess I wouldn't say a popular family. I would say maybe a family with really strong genes. You never know when there's someone on your Facebook that follows you. They'll be like, man, that looks like you. That looks like a Govan or something. I have one of those families. And so yeah, I mean, you just never know. But I think it's important too, is that when you do find those old pictures, you really need to find a way to preserve them.
Yes.
Research. You know, there's companies out there that'll help you preserve pictures. There are pages on Google where they can find you and teach you how to do it yourself. Whatever way you do it, please preserve those photos, because the printer paper, the photo paper back in the day is not like it is today.
No.
And so they deteriorate, and you want to make sure that you can save them, and so that they'll be around for a very, very long time.
And don't forget, share your pictures. And that goes for the pictures that you have on your phone. And I'm just guilty of this. I very rarely print out pictures nowadays, which is kind of hard to believe. But we all need to get in the habit of printing our pictures and sharing them. And, you know, letting other, you know, that younger generation know what was going on when you were a kid or when, you know, your parents were kids. Share those pictures.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at right now a board where I have some pictures on it, and you actually can't see it when the door is open. When the door is closed, you can see it. And I'm just looking at my son. He was, you know, a baby, and my niece at our wedding. Me in
college. A
long time ago. My dad, long time ago. You know,
looks young.
They're just pictures. Those are memories that you see. And so I think you just definitely want to do. I actually forgot my thought.
Because you looked at the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures caught my eye, and I went to that. And
well, I'll say, since you forgot your thought, one of the things that I know that I always try to do when we get together with my family, and we don't get together like we, you know, used to a lot, especially with my nephews and everybody in the family, but I always bring out the scrapbook that I have made with all our family pictures in it. And I always go through it with them. And, you know, this was your great grandfather, Gus Hatchett, and this was your great grandmother, Gladys Stetson Mays. I always go, and I know they roll their eyes when they see this scrapbook coming out, but they do placate me a little bit and go along with it. But it's important for them to know where they come from and to see pictures of these people. So that's one of the reasons why I always do that.
And I remember what I was going to say. You were talking about getting photos printed, and you have them on your phone. I totally agree with that. I mean, we end up having, thousands of pictures on our phone.
Yes.
That's crazy. But, and some of them mean absolutely nothing, right? They're screenshots, they're memes, they're all that stuff.
But some of them
It's funny, but there's some good photos in
graduations and birthdays.
Yep. There are companies out there that will, where you can just upload your pictures directly from your phone, and they'll print them for you and send them, so you don't have to go and connect your phone in the kiosk at Walmart or whatever it is.
I need to do that.
Which, I don't particularly like that, but whatever. So yeah, those kinds of things you really need to do, and then put them somewhere safe where people will get them and see them, on down the line.
Right.
Yep. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you for joining us on this episode. If you're enjoying the content and you're liking what you're hearing, you're enjoying us talking about genealogy, family research, and what comes along with it, subscribe to the podcast, follow us on social media, and tell your friends and family members that we're putting out good content about genealogy and family research. We'd love to have them come over. All of our social media will be in the description box. You can go down there and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and read Trisha's blog. So I think that's it. We appreciate you guys for stopping by, taking a listen. Be safe out there. Stay well. Wear a mask. Social distance. All that good stuff. All right. All right. Bye, y'all.
Thanks,
Y'all have a good one.